This video is about 7-year war, which happened more than 250 years ago. But why are we still discussing it? It is simply because the conditions which led to this war are still relevant. Also, this war had an impact on all subsequent wars, be it World War I or World War II. It had direct consequences for American Revolution and French Revolution. In 18th century, Europe was dominated by multiple kingdoms. One of such German-speaking kingdom was Kingdom of Austria, ruled by House of Habsburg. In 1740, the ruler of Austria, Charles VI, died, with no male heir to take over his kingdom. In his lifetime, Charles clearly decreed that his kingdom should pass on to his daughter, Maria Theresa, but she was forced to fight several wars before she could establish herself securely to the throne. France, then ruled by House of Bourbon, was the arch-rival of Austria for centuries, literally centuries. They saw the death of Charles as an opportunity to weaken the House of Habsburg by taking over their territories. In this enterprise, they took the help of another, not so influential German kingdom, the Kingdom of Prussia, which was ruled by Frederick II, also known as Frederick the Great. Immediately after Charles's death, there were a series of attacks on Austria. The first attack was led by Frederick himself on the Austrian territory of Silesia, which was eventually captured by him. Emboldened by the success of Frederick, France also formed an alliance and started attacking Austrian territories. But the attack led by France was not successful. Empress Maria was not as weak as European powers thought she would be. She had with her the support of Great Britain. England came in the support of Austria to contain French forces, which were already challenging British colonies all over the world, be it America, India, or Southeast Asia. Now a series of interesting events started to unfold. The war started because of age-old rivalry between France and Austria, but now it was the rivalry between Britain and France that took over the war. Now the stake was much higher. The emerging colonial powers got involved, and with that the scale of human deaths and capital invested in war skyrocketed. This also opened up new theatres of war all over the world. Austria and France fought for European dominance, but Britain and France, they were fighting for world dominance. Back in 1740, Britain realized that Austrian Empire was no longer the mighty empire it used to be. It was no longer capable of containing French supremacy within Europe. So for that, they started supporting a small but very aggressive German kingdom, Kingdom of Prussia, then ruled by King Frederick. 7-year war officially began when small Kingdom of Prussia, heavily funded by Britain, started attacking Austrian territories in 1756. Within Europe, it was primarily Kingdom of Prussia which led the war. Outside Europe, it was England which was trying to contain French forces all over the world. All the warmongering of Frederick had full British support. British support for Frederick was like early investment in Apple computers, the entrepreneurial activity being waging and winning wars. And CEO of this enterprise was Frederick himself. To protect Austrian territories from an aggressive Prussia and an unsupportive Britain, Empress Maria did the unthinkable. She aligned with France itself. This turn of event is known as diplomatic revolution. It is like in today's geopolitical world, Russia and USA joining hands. Now France, in alliance with Austria and Russia, fought against Great Britain and Prussia, but they were not able to contain them. Meanwhile, Britain and France kept attacking each other worldwide, be it America or India. Spain came in support of France only to suffer defeat and losing colonies herself. In North America, French lost control over New France in present-day Canada and Louisiana in present-day USA. In India, the French lost control over Karnataka, a coastal strip in eastern India. Britain received Spanish Florida. It also went on to capture Spanish-controlled cities of Havana and Manila. The end result of the war was complete colonial supremacy of the Great Britain. It also safeguarded the 13 British colonies in North America by removing their European rivals from north as well as in south. The most aggressive actor, the Kingdom of Prussia, was awarded heavily with territories, emerging as a major power ready to play power politics in Europe. This norm of awarding the aggressor was to play its part in causing future world wars. Hitler was similarly appeased during World War II. 15 years later, French bitterness over the loss of most of their colonial empire in America contributed to their intervention in American Revolution on the side of the patriots, which led to the success of American Revolutionary War. French bankruptcy during these wars led to the French Revolution itself in 1789. The mighty Kingdom of Prussia was the first step towards making of a modern German nation. This was to play its part in future world wars. A very tumultuous time was to start for Europe as it entered 19th century. It was to suffer from Napoleonic Wars, a byproduct of French Revolution.